Afternoon, aerospacers. Success is always fueled by hard work, persistence, and inspiration. We always practice hard work and persistence every day in order to survive, especially at this time of pandemic. But in the long and endless hard toil, we need inspiration to re-energize our tired bodies, to rekindle our seemingly flickering light, and most of all, to ignite our hope for a better tomorrow. Today, we are privileged and honored by the inspiration of a gentleman whose success story never fails to awaken our interest, especially for our graduates and completers. He is a person of interest in the field of success. Our guest of honor and commencement speaker is the 36th Secretary of National Defense. With more than 4 decades of serving the nation in defense and foreign relations, he has made significant contributions in both his military and diplomatic careers. As Special Presidential Representative for Veterans from 2004 to 2015, he rallied for the cause of Filipino veterans, implementing the Philippine campaign to obtain veterans benefits for our soldiers who served in the U.S. Army in the Second World War. As Defense and Armed Forces Attaché from 2002 to 2004, he oversaw and monitored military relations between the Philippines and the U.S. on the Visiting Forces Agreement, military exercise, aid, training, and foreign military sales. In 2002, he also helped develop the terms of reference to the highly successful Balikatan exercises between the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the U.S. Pacific Command in Basilan, which supported military operations aimed to neutralize the Abu Sayyaf terrorist group in southern Philippines. His contributions to the armed forces of the Philippines are no small feature. As commander of the Special Operations Command, or SOCOM, in 2001, he was responsible for equipping, training, and deploying Special Operations Command all over the Philippines. He was also the commander of the 2nd Scout Ranger Battalion in Malagos, Davao City, where he was instrumental in clearing the city of insurgents, Sparrow units, and other criminal groups, paving the way for peace and order, as well as economic development. He laid the groundwork for what would now be known as the Citizen Armed Forces Geographical Units, or CAFGO. A staunch defender of the flag, he had protected 3 presidents during his service with the Presidential Security Group and as commander of the Light Armored Brigade, President Corazon C. Aquino, President Joseph E. Estrada, and President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. He earned his postgraduate degree of Master of Business Administration, major in Operations Research from the Ateneo Graduate School of Business. He also finished a number of courses and trainings, both here and abroad, including strategic studies at the Australia University in Canberra, a seminar for senior international leaders at Harvard University, USA, and crisis management course at the U.S. Department of State. A Mindanaon by heart, he was born on October 28, 1948 in Midsayap, Cotabato. He is a married man and a father with 4 children. Dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I have given you the highlights of his life. With great pride and pleasure, let us all welcome with a resounding applause the Interagency Task Force Chairman, and the Secretary of National Defense of the Republic of the Philippines, Honorable Major General Delfin Negrillo Lorenzana.
Indiana Aerospace University President Dr. Jovinal Turing, University administrators, faculty and staff, graduates, alumni, parents, family, and friends, maayong hapon kaninyong tanan. When I received the very sincere invitation of Dr. Turing to grace your 28th commencement exercises, I was moved, thrilled, and humbled at the same time. Truth to tell, I was honored to have been invited by the biggest and only aerospace university in Asia. Regrettably, our opportunity to meet face-to-face last March was snatched by the COVID-19 pandemic. Nonetheless, it cannot stop us from celebrating the career milestone of our aviation industry's future leaders, aviators and educators, tourism sector professionals, and their proud parents and families. The aviation industry may have borne the brunt of this pandemic, with commercial flights being put to halt around the world. But as chair of the National Task Force Against COVID-19, I have personally witnessed how indispensable the industry is, from moving logistics such as PPEs, relief goods, medical equipment, supplies, and other essentials, to transporting medical personnel and bringing stranded overseas Filipinos safely back home. The government could not have worked efficiently without the aviation industry's full support. While this pandemic might have altered our plans, it has also allowed a unique momentum for those who depend on this industry. This strikes at the heart of your commencement theme, setting sights towards a better normal. The passage of Republic Act number 11363 institutes a Philippine Space Agency, which aims to conduct studies and space explorations. It will undertake programs for the development and utilization of space. As one of the staunchest proponents of the Philippine Space Act, the Department of National Defense considers it a scientific landmark in governance that promises tremendous benefits for the Filipino people. Without any doubt, the IAU is at the front row of this national effort, given its highly technical and professional aerospace expertise, experience, and infrastructure. Its graduates have the competitive edge as new industry pioneers. But more than the knowledge and skills proficiency IAU has developed in its graduates, I believe the advantage is in the nobility of the character akin to patriots. Apolinario Mabini, the brains of the Philippine Revolution, once identified who a patriot is. In his La Revolución Filipina, he wrote, "Only he is truly a patriot who, whatever his post, high or low, tries to do the greatest possible good to his countrymen." Being an affiliated ROTC unit of the 521st Department of Air Science and Tactics and 5th Air Reserve Center, your university produces Philippine Air Force Reserve officers and personnel through its ROTC program. Thus, it contributes to national defense and security, humanitarian assistance, and disaster response, and to nation building in general. IAU graduates, the country is in need of patriots now more than ever. The Filipino people need you. As we transition to the new normal, may you realize and feel in your important role in nation building. May you have the zeal of public service as you rise in the ranks of your chosen career. In Mabini's words, it does not matter where you come from or what your social status is. What matters is you choose to do the greatest good for your countrymen. Daghang salamat, Mabuhay aerospacers, mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Aerospacers, ladies and gentlemen, what about a house-breaking, airplane-crashing round of applause for the IATF Chairman, Secretary of National Defense, and Cabinet Member of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, our honorary speaker, once again, Honorable Delfin and Lorenzana.